Hey everybody, welcome back to Example of Play. In this video, I'm going to be playing a scenario from Combat Mission Afrika Korps. I wanted to do at least one video on each of the three original Combat Mission games since they got re-released recently with some updates. And so this one is Afrika Korps. It's the third of the original trilogy. As the name suggests, it is focused on Africa, but then also Italy and kind of just around the Mediterranean. This scenario is one that's called Walk in the Sun, and we're playing as US, just regular US Army, normal rifle troops, and we are attacking some Germans holed up in this house in Italy. It's based on a movie, it says. I've never heard of it or seen it before, but A Walk in the Sun of a movie. So here the briefing kind of like, I guess, steps through the storyline of what happens in the movie leading up to this, which I guess this is kind of like the finale, where this platoon, what's left of it, is it needs to seize this house and then also control this bridge over here. And so we've got, yeah, basically a rifle platoon. We have one medium machine gun, one sharpshooter, and then just kind of regular riflemen besides that. The part of our force is over here, part of the force is over there, and really we have no intelligence on what we're up against other than German troops. And so we'll have to just see what happens as we go through here. I wanted to play these because these new versions of the original Combat Mission games, they're really good, very playable. They updated the controls, and they even, since I did that first couple videos about it, they added a patch that actually adds more support. So you can do WASD and Q and E to control the camera. So I can like do this, control the camera, rotate it with Q and E, which is really fantastic. I think I even mentioned in that first video I was doing on it of like, it would be nice if they added something like that. And then they added it just like a few days later, so that was really cool. So props to them. And before, I was kind of like under the impression that the publisher of this was Slytherin. I didn't look too closely at it, since I did see like an email from them talking about it. But it's actually published, these re-releases are published by SNEG or SNEG. I don't know if that stands for something. But if you look at their profile on Steam, they actually have a lot of these older classic PC games that they've kind of republished onto Steam. And I don't know if they update all of them the way they updated this one, but they did a really good job here. They kind of like brought this game back, made it run smooth and easy on modern systems, and then they even added these new features like making the camera a little bit better to control. And the other thing, yeah, you can change the camera speed, so like how fast it moves. So like these updates that, I don't know, this game came out 2 decades ago, and some of that stuff I wanted for a long time to make these games easier to play, and they just like patched in just a few days. Like, oh, you want that? Here you go. So that's really cool. So 2 thumbs up to them. Check them out on Steam. But let's get to it and play this scenario. All right, so you might have noticed just then more vegetation on the screen. I was messing around with the settings and realized I hadn't turned up the trees and bushes and stuff to max just yet. So I got that now, so it looks more pretty. And also I'm kind of moving my forces around to get ready for attacking. Figured out my plan. So it's a tricky one because we only have 12 turns. We have 2 objectives and they're not right next to each other, fair distance apart. And we have a small force that's basically a few squads of infantry, kind of 3 elements of infantry. Each one's basically like a leader and 2 squads, plus a smattering of BARs and support weapons, but not a whole lot. So I'm thinking we want to focus all forces on taking this house, since it's going to be a tough objective by itself, and then we'll try for the bridge once we kind of wipe out the house. I moved over my medium machine gun and the sharpshooter over here, because I think from there they can at least see the top floor of the house without having to move from their starting position. They can also see kind of around parts of here, but not it's kind of in a little bowl in there, so the bottom part's going to be tricky because we'll have to move up to get fire on it. But at least from there, they can cover the top part and kind of the surroundings. Hopefully press any Germans that start shooting at us. And then these 2 elements are going to try to kind of support each other and move up to this low wall. It's kind of phase 1. Get up to that wall and then suppress the Germans, and then try to push in. Ideally, these are bigger squads. There's 12 guys in each of these, and 10 inside that the HQ unit there, and it's a crack unit too, so that's probably the strongest element. And then over here, these 2 are kind of half squads, so there's only 6 guys in each one. So they're not quite as strong, but they have this shed looking thing in front of them. So I think what I'm gonna do is try to move up, get to this wall, phase 1, lay down suppressing fire, and then have these guys dash up to this little house or shed or whatever, and then use it as kind of a springboard to get closer. Any Germans in this like low spot that we can't see from here, get some fire on them, and then meanwhile these guys over here, they're going to be kind of cautious. They don't have the wall. They have like a hedgerow here, which is not going to provide as much cover. They could move to this side, and we might do that, but that also, that bridge is over there, and I'm guessing there's at least some Germans guarding it. So we kind of, I'm gonna have them be a little more cautious. They'll come in second after the Germans. The blue team will kind of get their attention, and then they can move up secondly and try to move from the back if they need to, or put some more fire on them. Or if things go well over here, they'll kind of hold them in reserve to go for the bridge, since they're the closest to it. But that's our basic plan here. So we'll hit go to end up in the setup phase. Okay, no information revealed, so we still can't see any of the Germans. So we'll have to just give our initial orders here and start moving up. Now, I kind of have to be a little cautious because I don't have a very big force. I don't have, like, even if we had one scout car that we could kind of roll up here and see what's going on, have it shoot at them, that would be nice, but we don't have any kind of armor at all. It'll all fall on the riflemen to move up. I'm going to have these guys kind of be my initial move. I can move up to this edge of this little ridge right here. The one downside of having the WASD camera controls is now it kind of overlaps with some of the movement shortcuts. I think they said in the patch notes that they made it where you can change the hotkeys as well, but you can't do it from here, I don't think, so maybe you have to do it outside the game. I'm gonna be lazy and just deal with it for now, just use the mouse controls. But if you see the camera like jumping around a little bit, it's because I'm using the like A key for advance without changing it, because it's doing 2 different commands at the same time. Anyway, actually I don't. That. All right, I'm gonna have these guys move up a little. This one squad move up some, but also leave everyone else where they're at, just to see what happens on this first turn. We only have 12 turns, so we have to kind of make them all count, but also not be foolhardy at the same time. It's a little tricky. Alright, these guys moving up. All is quiet for the first few seconds. It could just be that we haven't spotted them, they haven't spotted us.
Quiet down, let's get some noise discipline here.
So 30 seconds in, we've made our first moves. No signs from the Germans just yet.
Hey, take a look at that.
All quiet. Alright. In that first turn, we'll have the red team move up a little bit, since I think, I'm not sure they can actually see anything from where they're at. Maybe the top, that squad, but we'll have these guys move up on a little angle right here. He can see a lot from his position right there, so we'll leave BAR gunner. He is in a good spot. All right, we'll move up a little bit more. Those guys, and over here. I feel like these guys are they're safe where they are. They move up, get to that wall, they're gonna have to expose themselves. Can't see anything from where they are. Have them advance towards that wall. I think it'll give them decent cover if they can get into it. Just gonna be going up and over Here we go, turn 2. Alright, now we got the visual. Germans are moving into the building. Looks like they were running into it, so maybe they're outside, maybe they just saw us coming. Alright, now they're shooting. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Unit, engage.
Several squads of Germans out there. Alright, support element is firing, that's good.
Enemy infantry spotted.
Boys here, 1 casualty. These guys actually moved up without any... Oh, oop, I take that back. They took quite a few casualties. Alright, 1 squad took 4 casualties. The other one's okay.
Enemy infantry, fire.
Alright, so that was an action-packed turn there. So now we can see there are, what, at least like 6 German infantry squads. Don't know how big they are, how many men are in each one, but there are several in the building and then several in the woods over here. It looked like they were actually like running into the building, so maybe it was kind of like they just saw us coming and ran for it. I don't know if it would have helped us to be moving faster at the beginning or not. Up here, so this squad, they're down to 2 guys. They're pretty much out. That was not good. But the other half squad here and the bar gunner, they're in a good spot. Oh, there's a guy right there too. They are firing away. And then on this side, couple, like 1 casualty from each of these. But we are firing where they're at, so no need for them to move while they're already got targets to shoot at. And then our support element over here, our machine gun crew is a crack crew, so they're very good. And then veteran sharpshooter, they seem to be in a good spot where they're shooting. They got plenty of targets to shoot at as well. So I think red team, it might be their chance to shine. Actually, the Germans are all occupied shooting in that direction. It might be a good time for these guys to move up. We'll get them to that wall there. Yeah, I know that's just a hedge, but it'll give some cover. And then the HQ over here also has 10 guys in it, so we need everyone we can get for this. We'll move them up there and see if from there can they put some fire on that building. And then maybe they might be the element that just comes rushing in and gets the Germans from behind while they're all occupied. Okay, so we'll just keep firefight going on that side while these guys move into position to assault or help out. At least 1 German seems to be running.
Yes, sir. Pushing up.
Those guys ran the wrong direction.
Hold your position.
They are hot in the open between a lot of our guys.
Check your fire. Hold fire.
Help me! I'm hit!
Enemy infantry spotted.
Okay, so we've hammered the Germans. They're inflicting casualties on us too. This team, they're still in pretty good shape. These guys, I don't know why they're sneaking away. They've taken 1 casualty. Not that bad. Maybe they're just in the open. They're trying to get to cover. Over here, these guys are still okay. Bar gunner's okay. Supporting elements are perfect shape. Alright, so we'll let them stay there, keep doing what they're doing. Looks like these Germans have turned around. Yeah, I'm gonna let these guys... They're all sneaking away. I'm gonna cancel those orders, see if they'll stay put where they're at. The Germans, this squad at least we can see that they're veterans, so they're pretty strong as well. They're not like green pushovers. Alright, so we'll do one more turn, because we're on turn, dang, already on turn 4. We'll do one more turn of just kind of laying it on them, try to inflict casualties, get the Germans to break, and then we'll go from there. I haven't spotted anyone over here yet, but I need every man I've got to take this house first before we even worry about the bridge.
Keep your heads down. Enemy infantry ahead.
Oh, they're still sneaking away. They're crawling closer to the danger. Uh-oh. Alright, these guys are taking fire from behind. That was not good. Didn't expect to get attacked from that direction. Alright, so that changes the calculus a little bit.
Keep your heads down. Enemy infantry.
Alright, at least one German crew knocked out.
Hold your fire.
And there's Germans over there too. Alright, so red team, they've got their work cut out for them. They're now getting attacked by Germans coming from over here and across the river. So they've got more than enough to deal with on their own without attacking the house. And they've taken a few casualties. So I'm gonna let them do what they're doing right there. I would want to spread them out some, but I don't want them to move while they're already in. They're not going to find better cover than where they're at, so let them stay where they're at. And maybe these Germans will be kind of weak and we'll be able to suppress them. But at least they did their job there for a minute and laid some fire in. We knocked that out. And then these guys are sneaking forward, so they're actually coming in closer to the objective, so that's good. Sneaking obviously helps them not get spotted as much, but also tires them out. But maybe they can get into those trees right there and they can finish off the Germans in the trees. And then they'll be close enough to try to get to that house. Now we're on turn 5. I want to push forward, but at the same time, like we're already taking... There's not much advantage, I guess, to moving forward when they can already see plenty of stuff to shoot at. And our supporting elements, well, the machine gun's actually helping all the way over there, so that's good. Yeah, we'll give it one more turn. See if the Germans, if we can just see some signs that they're breaking, they're all suppressed, then we could be more aggressive.
Hold your fire. Now listen up, infantry. Engage.
Those guys, yeah, they're all the way up in there. I almost wonder if these guys should all just rush forward, get in there, and then they won't be getting shot at from, reduced from getting shot at from 3 directions to just getting shot at from 1 direction.
Enemy infantry. Take them down.
Alright, yeah, that might actually be the play. These guys, they're kind of stuck where they are. Oh, lost the bark team. They're just going to get cut up where they are because they're just surrounded. Actually might give them orders just to make a break for it. Run forward to join the squad that snuck forward. That actually made it in there. And is engaging the enemy up close. And then meanwhile, these guys, there's kind of this one squad that's firing back, but they've taken casualties. And then a lot of them have turned around to deal with that closer threat, so now might be the time for these guys to go for it. Now we're on turn 6, so we're halfway through the scenario. We haven't even thought about the bridge yet. We might have to just settle for trying to get the house and see if that's enough. And then these guys, I'm going to try giving them pause order. So pause makes them basically wait. So you can kind of like try to time something. Since you can't give them an order mid-turn, you can put them on pause, so they're going to wait 30 seconds. And then they're going to rush forward for that small building there. And hopefully in that 30 seconds, this squad will be suppressed. Because they've taken half their 4 casualties, so they're like reduced by half, so I bet they're pretty close to breaking. And if that works, then they rush forward, then they're closer, and then maybe we can pinch these German units right here between the two sides. And then maybe try to do kind of the same thing over here. Now, these guys are like crawling around, but we're going to have them move up to that wall. And so that they're in position to we'll move the HQ up as well. Get them a little closer, get good visuals. We're going to try to just hit the Germans real hard, squeeze, and then either they break or we break. So we'll see what happens.
Did you see that?
The one thing I really like about these older combat mission games I kind of forgot is how the movement and everything feels a little faster paced. Like, you tell your guys you want them to run over there, and it doesn't take forever. Like, the scale is just right, where it's very a little more actiony than the newer ones, where you have to be like super cautious. All right, looks like red team. Looks like they did not make it. They're pinned down. But blue teams. Looks like they're gonna make it. All right, nice. They made it to that house. Okay, so those guys are still alive, for half the squad is. These guys are not doing good. They are stuck where they are, so I think they're just gonna have to hang on where they're at for now. And then these guys did make it in. I think they can't see where they're at, so actually we'll move them up to the other end of the building so that they can add their firepower. And then from that close-up range, maybe they can finish off like these 2, 3, 4, like kind of half squads in front of them. And then we'll have these guys move up as well to that wall, just to get better visual in there. Those guys are still doing fine where they're at. We'll move the sharpshooter up since he doesn't seem to have enough targets where he's at. Alright, now let's hit go, see what happens.
Enemy infantry ahead. Fire!
I got one right there. Now these guys are going to move up so they can see what they're shooting at.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
There goes a grenade. Another grenade. Ah, poor guys over there. Like one guy left in that squad. Oh, alright, he's down. Okay, so alright, so now we're contesting the objective. Still a couple guys there. They're panicking, they're in a bad way, but they are at least causing a big distraction for the Germans. Oh man, so poor red team, they would have been better off to have just rushed in there right from the start and not done anything else, because staying where they were, they got attacked from like 3 different directions at the same time. That was not good. And I'm playing this scenario. I'm playing truly blind. This time I did not play it at all before starting this recording, so I did not know that they were going to get attacked from behind. And there wasn't. I don't think the briefing mentioned anything about like German reinforcements coming up the road or anything. So, but it looks good on this side. There's this right here, which is probably just like a couple guys left. All the other ones are wiped out. There's one running away somewhere in there, and then there's like one whole half squad there. I think we're good to push up. These guys are close. They can lay fire in. And these guys are going to make a break for the house. And actually, I don't remember what the difference between the assault and advance commands are in this game. I know in the newer combat mission games, the assault command is actually like, it really does do something where it makes them, like the different sections of the squad will kind of like pause to provide cover while one section rushes forward. So it's actually like a little coordinated assault type maneuver, where in this one, I'm not sure what happens if they just move differently or more aggressively or whatever. But no matter, we'll hit go. We only have a few turns left. And we'll try to seize this house and then route a few squads towards the bridge. If it looks like we're gonna take it. Feels like if this was like a longer scenario, it could be a thing of, hey, take the house, and then you get counterattacked while you're trying to like hold the house and the bridge at the same time. Where with only 12 turns, like, yeah, you're pretty much getting counterattacked before your attack even really takes off. And this last two guys, they're just running wild over there. Running past the Germans.
Keep moving. Let's go.
Okay, Sergeant.
Let's go.
Need more ammunition.
Alright, so these guys are making it, taking a couple casualties, but I think they're gonna be able to force their way in there, finish off that German unit, and then the one behind it. And then from there, maybe hit those Germans that are counterattacking. These guys, they're done skis. Gonna see, might route these four guys, have them, because we only have like a few turns left to work with. I'm gonna have them start running towards I don't know, just as a scouting maneuver, have them run over towards that bridge just to see what's there, and if it's only like, if there's not much there, maybe they can occupy it or at least be at the front of doing so. Have these guys yeah, actually these guys, because they're just taking cover, they're not even helping the assault right now, they're gonna do the same thing. They are gonna just run for those trees over there. Not the most tactically sound maneuver, but only have 3 turns left, so it's gonna be up to like 10 guys to go over there and maybe take that bridge or at least contest it, while the rest of the force takes the house and then defeats all these scattered German units out there. But from the top floor, maybe they can give them some covering fire as well. We'll see how it goes here.
Follow me, man.
Go. Ceasefire.
I want to say this guy, last German unit, they're going to break or surrender. Maybe.
Take cover.
Grenades going in.
Fire on those men.
Now a German comes running out of there, going the wrong way.
Ceasefire.
And over here, at least one couple of scouts will make it over there.
Open fire on those men. Ceasefire. Open fire on those men. Yes, sir.
Alright, Alright, so we've seized the house on turn 10. That's good. There's just a couple Germans left in and around it, which are going to get wiped out. But really now our question is going to be the bridge. I don't know what's over there, guys. And running is usually not the best move because it's going to tire my guys out, but I only have a couple turns left, so I'm going to see if they can see anything from where they're at. I'm going to let these guys just move to contact up to there. And anyone else that I can send. It'll take a couple turns for these guys to even get over here, and they'll probably just get shot at on the way. So in the interest of preserving those forces, I'm just going to move these guys to the top floor so that they can provide covering fire. So from there, they can finish off these Germans, inflict casualties out there, and maybe provide some covering fire if there's Germans over there. That's about all I can do at this point. Because if I have them try to run, they're probably just going to get shot at and not even get there in time to help. So it won't do any good. But our sharpshooter and machine gun, that was a good spot right there because they have been firing like the whole scenario, just laying into the Germans. Okay, so these guys taking some fire from right there. The Germans are trying to counterattack and push the house, so but I've got strong presence there, so no worries of them actually retaking the house. Alright, looks like there's a German unit over there somewhere. But I think, oh yeah, right there. So yeah, I feel like what I've got left, there's just no way that they're going to be able to get in there and take that bridge while they're getting shot at. But maybe they can, I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky that they can suppress those enemy squads. They can't see them from there. That. I was hoping they'd be able to see, and they're in just like a little spot right there where we can't actually see them from here. We might have to just settle for the house. So we'll see how many casualties we can inflict and what kind of result we get.
Okay, Sergeant.
Alright, so German counterattack appears to be defeated.
Enemy troops.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so final turn here. We'll probably settle for just holding position because, yeah, these guys are all not in any state to move. And then these guys, there's not enough time for them to get over there to help. So we'll have everybody just kind of stay where they are and move these guys to this side of the building so they can add their firepower. And then we'll let this last 60 seconds play out. Send them packing.
Grab your
At least that feels good to see them running away right at the end. One machine gun sitting out there. Let's get
Flanken sichern.
it. Well, we'll feel good in the scenario watching some German squads running away as the last few seconds pass.
Das kann ich nicht.
Alright, so we fought to a draw. Alright, well that was a tough little scenario, especially with the German counterattack hitting like on turn 3. I was not expecting that. I was thinking maybe they'd counterattack at some point, but these guys barely even got out of the starting box and got wiped out. Only a couple survived, and they were ones that ran away into the middle of the fight over here, ran through the firefight over here, and then 2 of them actually made it. The other elements did better, but did take a lot of casualties. And then, yeah, just there was not enough strength left to push the bridge, which was, to be fair, only being defended directly by this one little squad of 4 guys. But my squads of 2 or 3 guys weren't going to win that fight, especially with over here there's still a full squad with 2 machine guns over there. So that's one of the big advantages for the Germans, is that almost every squad has like 1 or 2 machine guns in it, versus for my squads at best they have like a BAR for most of them. And then this one machine gun, I mean, they were in a good spot. They were pretty much shooting the entire scenario, firing on the building, firing on the reinforcements, but they couldn't see far enough over there to help out on that side. And then I was hoping from the top of the building I'd be able to get some fire on those guys, but they couldn't see them from up there, so it didn't work out. If I could do it over again, would probably divert 1 or 2 squads. Well, mainly red team would just, I don't know, bum rush it straight in a little faster, or maybe just go straight for the bridge. Like, they would have been better off to have not even helped with this firefight and just made a run for the bridge going through those woods. They probably could have defeated that squad and then secured the bridge from that squad. But there's no way of knowing like how many Germans were defending the bridge, how many were over here. So yeah, I don't know if we could do it again. I think we could get a win, but we'll settle for a draw because that was a tough scenario. Only 12 turns, really small force, attacking a fairly tough objective, this building with a lot of open ground around it. Alright, well anyway, that was another round of Combat Mission. That was one scenario from Combat Mission Afrika Korps. I'm definitely going to do a Beyond Overlord scenario sometime soon, and then I think that might be the big one since that's the original game. That's the one I will pick a bigger scenario, maybe do like a multi-part video on it, just for old time's sake, see like a really big D-Day battle or something, maybe paratroopers. Well, I'll find a good one from it to play. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, be sure to hit like, subscribe, and catch more videos of strategy games and tactical games and all kinds of stuff here on Example of Play, and we'll see you next time. Bye.